Welcome to another double live stream watch long reaction. The first time we've done a double in, I don't know. It's been about a year, yeah? It's been about 10 months, right? I think it's been about 10 months for a double. I would think so. Yeah? It's been about 10 months. But it's that time of year where the doubles come thick and fast, if there are doubles. And here we are for Toronto FC versus CF Montreal, the Canadian Championship preliminary round 2025, the 401 Derby. The winner plays CPL teams and League One Ontario or League One Canada teams until they get to the final, unless they get put with Vancouver in the semifinal, which hopefully not. Hopefully that doesn't happen. With that being said, this team, the winner of this game, has a straight shot, unless they get horrible luck, to a final of the Canadian Championship. But both these teams, Toronto's better than Montreal. That we know. But does that matter? Does that matter? We're going to find out. 90 minutes straight to penalties if there is a tie after 90. I think that's still the rule. And then also, we will be live for Inter Miami CF versus Vancouver Whitecaps, CONCACAF Champs Cup semifinals, second leg. Once that starts, we'll be talking about that as well. And we will have a double review video at the end of it if Miami does come back and win the tie. If Vancouver holds on, I'll just do the Toronto game as a review after both are over. Because I think the only people who really care about the Miami game is if Miami comes back and wins. Or at least it'll be worth it to talk about it with a review and do the double if Miami comes back and wins. So we are doing a double watch along. We might do a double review if things play out. This is the day of uncertainty in most cases, but that's neither here nor there. With that being said, we do have another double tomorrow, but the Chelsea stream comes first. 2 to 4, live for the Chelsea game, review after it's over. 6 o'clock, the Leafs play the Ottawa Senators in Ottawa. We'll do Game 6 live, and then we'll continue on that stream, for the Tigres, the Cruz Azul Tigres second leg as well. So we have another double matchup. Double stream tomorrow at this time. Chelsea plays Djurgården in the Conference League tomorrow, Lewis. We'll be live for that. Doesn't want me to click your comment, but what you don't know, you've been here long enough, you should know that Chelsea's my Prem team. But there you go. It doesn't want me to click your comments, huh? Weird. Okay. Confused today. It's fine. But we'll be live for the Djurgården-Chelsea game at 2 tomorrow, my time. Your time, it's more, 8 p.m., I think. Well, it would have to be, right? Yeah, and then we have the Leafs-Sens game going into the Cruz Azul Tigres game Thursday night from 6 to 9. We'll be live for that. We'll review both games no matter what. There will be a double review Thursday night. There's nothing that'll stop me from doing that, even if the Leafs lose, because I'm a glutton for punishment. So, well, every Leafs fan is. Who are we kidding? And then there might be, I don't know, I think we will do separate on Saturday because I think that'll be possible if the Leafs play Game 7. Hopefully not. I do not need that stress. But we'll go from there. Friday, we'll be live for the Blues at Jets game in the Stanley Cup playoffs Friday night. I'll set up the Thursday and Friday streams tonight. Saturday, I can't set that up until I know the Leafs have lost or won. So just like I haven't set up Thursday and Friday yet, that's because I didn't know what would happen last night. So it's a little bit of a whatever. We can't really set up Sunday either. So that's what things look like right now. The game's about to start in Toronto. And the starting 11s are as follows. 6 p.m. on FS2. This should be going. Come on. Starting 11s are as follows. Luka Gavron. The back four, Cozy Thompson, Kevin Long, Nixon Gomis, Lazar Stefanovic. The midfield two, Davy Flores, Jonathan Osorio. And the midfield attacking three, of Theo Corbianu, Lorenzo Insigne, Tyrese Spicer, and up top, Daquan Barrow from TFC2, which, okay, that's interesting, but okay. Starting 11 for CF Montreal. We have Jonathan Sawa, the midfield or the back four, David Bugaj, George Campbell, Joel Waterman, Luca Petrasso, former Toronto FC, man, because of course. Midfield 2, Nathan Saliba, Samuel Piet. The attacking midfield 3 of Sinchuk, Victor Lattori, Caden Clark, and up top, Prince Owusu. Because of course. So we're on our way. And we're going to get going. Hit that like button. Let's get this going. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. It's a bit of pain. Can't watch the UK properly, but that's unfortunate. Yep. Didn't they used to have it on like ITV Sport or something? Didn't they? It was on something. But Score Live. But we'll get this game going. And we'll be on our way. Okay, good. The game will get going. 3-2 Toronto's your prediction. Carrier's playing tonight. Well, good. FS2's either behind or they're just dumb. I know the game won't kick off till like 6:08, but y'all said Toronto be on FS2. Oh, here we go. Good. Finally. I was worried for 5 seconds there. All right. At BMO Field, Toronto FC, starting 11, Gavron, Gomis, Long, Stefanovic, Spicer, Osorio, Flores, Thompson, Insigne, Corbianu, Barrow. In this 401 derby, I hope that pans out for you. Starting 11, we have the referee, Michael Venny. Michael Venny is the referee. Starting 11, CF Montreal, Sawa, Petrasso, Waterman, Campbell, Bugaj, Piet, Saliba, Laturi, Clark, Sinchuk, Owusu. Canada, it's on One Soccer, yes. Either they're actually 4 minutes into this game or FOTMob is lying. There's no way, right? I'll keep my eyes off of FOTMob until there actually is a 45-minute. You would think that it would be like 6:08 anyway. Here we go. I'm not going to... Nobody surprised me. What are they doing, man? Montreal wearing their powder blues. Toronto wearing their red, as it should be. Because football's football. I don't know what to tell you. Here we go. They say it's live down there on FS1. Somebody's wrong. I don't know who. I don't want to surprise myself, so I'll keep my eyes off of Fop Mob because I have no idea. Well, good. Here we go. And here's the kickoff. Could Osorio come off the bench for once? No, he's starting. But you're right, he should. 6:06. And Insigne is going to kick it off. And here we go. TFC are off. 90 minutes straight to pens. It's that simple. Last time Montreal was in Toronto, they absolutely got creamed. Montreal got creamed by Toronto. Greetings from Chile. Saludos. Petrasso with a throw-in. I don't think there's any extra time in this tournament. I think it's 90 minutes straight to pens, so I think that's still the rule. Cozy Thompson throws it in. Barrow, the TFC2 striker, is up starting this game. Probably. At this point, probably. The Leafs, if the Leafs play them, they're getting creamed. I'm going to tell you that much. If the Leafs play the Panthers, they're getting creamed. Good job. Nice run. Go, 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 go. 1 minute in. Gomes drops it forward. Tyrese Spasser. Spasser. Steps. Cross. Cleared by Montreal. 0-0. 0-0. Try to use a little bit of French. Maybe. We'll see. Do the Panthers have a chance against the Capitals? Yeah, they're better. The Capitals are frauds. I hate to tell you, they're frauds. Don't sleep on the West. True, but if I think the Leafs could beat anybody out of the West, the Panthers definitely can. Do you think TFC will win this? Yes, they're the better team right now. I know it's a derby, but Toronto's the better team right now than Montreal. I know that's hard to believe, but it's true. Look at the table. That's why I'm not so worried. I think Toronto's going to be up for this one too, and they've had really good performances recently. Montreal haven't, even if Toronto hasn't won. They've won one, but they've had good performances recently. So you would hope that from that they can build. And Prince Owuzu crosses in. Top of the box over the bar. 3 minutes in, 0-0. Can we see Panthers and Stars in the finals? Maybe. I think the Avs are going to beat the Stars in the end. So, probably not, but who knows? What can happen can happen. Who knows? Playing forward. Donadell is the coach for Montreal right now. Once they fired, Stars are leading the series. I still think the Avs win. Barrow is a striker from TFC2. I guess he must have been playing well recently for TFC2. He got called up on a short-term agreement. He's Canadian. You need at least 3 Canadians to play. You know how this works. I mean, we had Corbianu, Oso, Cozy. We didn't need to play him, but, Brent Hilton's on the bench. Maybe they didn't want to start Brent Hilton. Flores over the bar, which I get it, but Wild are a dark horse, curse word, I know. Mostly in football, but the Wild are actually playing well. So, with that being said, I will say they are playing well. Let's throw this. Montreal. That's moving. Yeah. 4:43. Okay, that's closer to actual time. Okay, so no, FOTMob was wrong. I thought so. Still 0-0. Okay, good. FOTMob got caught up. Corbianu gets it forward. Theo Corbianu making the run. Corbianu still out for a throw. Who do you think will win the CanChamp? My gut says Vancouver. My heart says Toronto. I know that doesn't mean anything, but, you know, I know that doesn't mean anything, but so be it, right? Oh, there we go. But again, yeah. Playing forward, long to clear, 6 minute. But we have 2 games to cover tonight. And Owuzu, formerly Toronto Owuzu, playing now for Montreal. If we lose, you just know he's going to be the one who scores because that's football, right? Cleared away by Bugaj. Game 5, here we go. Good luck to Montreal when it comes to the Habs. No, I don't want no good luck to the Impact. You can stick it where the sun don't shine. To the Habs, I don't hate you. Good luck to the Habs. I still want that Leafs-Habs Eastern Conference Finals. Not that it's going to happen. The Leafs suck. But, you know, we're choking again. But hopefully, you know, and even if we don't, we're still playing the Panthers and we're going to get our skulls bashed in. So, you know, fine. But no good luck to the Impact. You could stick it where the sun don't shine. Never. But if it's any consolation, I did say the Habs would make the playoffs this year from day one. So I will say that much. 7th minute. Are TFC wearing red? Of course they are, as they should be. This was a blind draw. I like this jersey, though, so it still has red on it. Still a Toronto jersey. At least I'm not wearing the Parley jersey that has blue on it, or the Carnival jersey, the Caravana jersey, or what I like to call the Crunchberry jersey because it looks like a Crunchberry. Cross in by Petrasso, caught by Gavron, making his first start of the season. By the way, John Cena's the Fruity Pebble. I'm the Crunchberry, all right? I love colors. I love wearing different colors. Blinding as well. Blinding colors as well, but I'm the Crunchberry. There's a difference. Crunchberries are better than Fruity Pebbles anyway. They are. So do with that what you will. See what I did there? Fruity Pebbles are better than Crunchberries are better than Fruity Pebbles anyway. So you see what I did there? That's out for a goal kick. How we doing, Specimen? Back in Suriname? That's nice. That was an hour ago. All right. What I don't understand is why Robin Fraser hates Alonso Coelho. That's what I don't understand. Nine minutes in, 0-0. 90 minutes, if there's no score, straight depends. I love football. Oh, no, that's just okay. Goal kick for Sawa. I agree with that. Okay. 10 minutes in. Toronto, I think, is the better team so far. Davy Flores gets on Petrasso. No, he never played with him. Free kick for Montreal? Okay. 10 minutes in. What if Eli Manning owns the Impact? Well, that would be great because I hate him. That would fit just right. And I've always kind of compared Toronto v. Montreal to Mississippi State versus Ole Miss. That would also fit there as well. Probably. I have no faith in the Lightning. It'd be funny if the Lightning made them blow a 3-1 lead, but even if the Leafs blew a 3-0 lead, they would still be the team that gets made fun of more. Clear it. Good. Oso, Flores, ay. Headed down. It's out for a throw-in. Well, that's better than nothing. I have no faith in the Lightning. I say Barrow scores. That'd be awesome. Debut. First goal. Debut for the main team. First goal. Not an MLS, but, it's something. He's playing an MLS team. I mean, Montreal's playing arguably the best 11. Toronto's rotated a bit. I don't know if that's smart. I know Toronto's the better team, but you ain't that much better. You're just good enough. Let's not. Well, I mean, the Florida Panthers almost did it last year. It's not like they didn't. They went to a Game 7. They had a 3-1 lead. And then they went to a Game 7. Or was it 3-0? Either way. Against the Lightning, no less, yeah? Or no? I think it was the Lightning. Yeah, Toronto played the Bruins. Lightning were in the playoffs. At least I thought. Well, shit, if they almost did it once. Or no, I think it was the second round. No, I think it was the Bruins-Panthers second round. My bad. I was like, was it the Bruins? I think it might have been the second round. But they almost did. So, damn. So sorry to hear that. I'm praying for your grandma. Hope she gets well soon. I'm praying for her. Get well soon. And shot, save. Oh, good save. It bounced. Okay, 12 minutes. But yes, prayers. Get well soon. Damn, I hate to hear that. We love you, man. We love you. Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's not like they didn't even put themselves in that position, No, because Montreal's worse. Thank God. But you're right above them. Doesn't matter. They're the ones who are winning it. I don't care if that's shameless. I don't give a shit, frankly. If saying Montreal, like making fun of Montreal winning the wooden spoon, if we're the team above them, just above them, I don't care if that's shameless. I will do it. And if it's the Galaxy, I'll make fun of them too. Because honestly, that'd be cathartic. But I'd rather it be Montreal. But I don't care if it's shameless or not. I don't give a shit. It's 3-0. 3-0 TFC. That's your prediction? I hope you're right. Fourteenth minute. Let's see. I don't see nothing. Okay. Yeah, I don't see nothing. Yeah, I'd say we're good for about. Yeah, we're good. I was looking at the radar. Playing forward. Shot over the bar. Corner for Montreal. 14 minutes. Caden Clark puts it over the bar. Former Red Bull, former Minnesota player. Now Montreal. Good deflection by Cozy. Got a leg out. All right. You love to see it. Well, not the corner, but at least you love the clearance. Okay. Corner. Sinchuk takes a new ball off the stand. Oh, yeah, they're still doing that. They're still doing that. Okay. Really? Well, I guess, well, makes sense, I guess. 15th minute. Corner for Montreal. Cross in. Cleared by Davy Flores. That's out for a throw. Good job, Davy. Davy Flores. He's good. He's good. Miami starts at 7, by the way, just so you know. Miami starts at 7, by the way, so we'll pop that on. Yeah, shoot, you already told me, but shoot. 38 minutes. We'll talk about that later at the half of the Toronto game. No, I don't. To microwave it, yeah. And film it and put it on YouTube, yeah. Before 4-1 Derby, that'd be fun. Free kick, that'd be fun. But nothing more than that. Is it a good idea to microwave this? I'm your host. Oh, Lord, what happened? How did the Panthers finish the series earlier than the Leafs? They started later, and they dominated, and they went and dominated the Lightning. The Leafs could have finished it before, but they choked because they always do. Free kick for Insigne. 0-0. We either win this by a romp or lose this on penalties. I'm just going to say that right now. Punched away. Brought down Osorio. Oh, of course that was a horrible shot. Why wouldn't that be? Man, oh no. Oh no. Petrasso. Open grass. Saliba blocked. Good thing there's no VAR. Free kick for Toronto. Good thing there's no VAR. Yep, there's only one teacher for calculus-based physics, which I've never heard of that before in my life. At least I'm not the one taking it. I know I'd get an F in that. I'd probably get a 0. Probably. Knowing me. It'd be slightly more likely I'd wear a freaking Eli Manning jersey. I'd probably microwave that too. Life happens. See, Blitzo, things happen for a reason. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Things happen for a reason. That's all I'm saying. Do that what you will. How we doing, Henry? 0-0. Things happen for a reason. Just know that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything. I think there shouldn't be. Yeah, I think we're good. By the time the warm front advex, I think. Yeah, we're good. No worries, I don't think. Caps are looking tense. This is good. Well, good for y'all. Ooh. So, I mean, Stefanovic ran over Oso and he injured his shoulder, of course. 3 shots from Montreal, 1 from Toronto, 67% possession. Montreal's clearly winning with the stats. That may be true, but Montreal. Well, it's a derby. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but my bad. Now it's 4 Montreal. 4 Montreal shots. Shoot low. Sheriff Oso's off. Oso's injured. He injured his shoulder. Well, I hate it for him, but 2 from Toronto. Try to give you a synopsis. This coming Friday is the election. There are 2 parties, the current party and Party Oldenstam. The current party formed their own group without including... Again, I said it'd be slightly more likely I'll wear an Eli Manning jersey. I'd still probably microwave it, though. Playing forward. Hey. Spicer. Are we playing down a man? I guess they have to get the sub ready. So we're playing down a man for about like 3 or 4 minutes. I don't know if that's best case or worst case scenario, but okay, that's going back to Montreal. What do you think, Carney winning the election? How's it going, the match? I mean, the positive is he's kind of a Gary Johnson libertarian. He's not Justin Trudeau. I still don't respect Gary Johnson libertarians. That's not my libertarian. I'm more of a John McAfee, Austin Peterson, Ron Paul libertarian, if you could use that as a metric. But at least he's not Justin Trudeau. Coelho's coming on. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised the polls were a little bit off, but not enough to offset. I'm glad it's a minority. I feel like there's going to be some buyer's remorse at some point, and we'll see what happens. I think we avoided the worst case scenario, but it's still not awesome. But cleared away. So do that what you will. I think the match is okay. 0-0. It is what it is. Toronto still is the favorite, as in they're the better team on paper throughout the season. Montreal's trying to push it, but why wouldn't they? It's a CanChamp match, and this might be their one chance. It's just like it's Toronto's one chance to do anything worth a damn this year. So Toronto's just the better team between these two, at least coming in. Shot wide, goal kick for Luka Gavrin. So, I mean, it's going about as okay as you could expect. Not the best, not the worst. Party Oldenstam obviously disagrees. The case going to court. The current chairman disagrees with attitude handling of the current board members. So it's Party Oldenstam. So, who do you support? I mean, Oldenstam sounds better, but Pat McAfee does pretty well. If there's anybody, I'm going to say this. If there's anybody you blame for Pierre losing, it's Donald Trump, Jagmeet Singh, and Doug Ford. Donald Trump for running his big, stupid mouth. Jagmeet Singh for not bringing down the government when he said he would back in November. And lying 5 times, saying he would vote no confidence, and then nothing happened. He wanted his pension. And Doug Ford for being a stronger pro-Canada conservative and forming the dialogue of the situation before Pierre Poilievre did. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you should be pro-Canada if you're in Canada. But Doug Ford painted the picture. Pierre Poilievre didn't. And Pierre looked soft because of it. Whether that's true or not, whether that's just the media being the media or not, but the media painted a good picture of Doug being strong, Pierre being weak. So do with that what you will. But yeah, those are the 3 people you blame. Those are the 3 people you should blame. I guess also Pierre for not giving a shit about his riding, because he also lost his riding. And you got to give it to Fanjoy that he did all the work in Carleton, knocking on doors and caring about the riding. Maybe you should care about your constituents, but, maybe if you're trying to win, care about your constituents. But you got to give it to Bruce Fanjoy. He put in the legwork. He put in the ground game, and he won Carleton. So I guess you got to blame Pierre for that. But it's kind of hard to run a campaign locally and then nationally if you're a party leader. I will say that. But you also have to care. If you're campaigning for 2 years, you might as well care about your riding as well. But so you can blame Pierre for that. That's what Donald ruined. I agree. Ron Paul's the GOAT. I think I like Austin Peterson, though. He's not going to run for anything, but I like Austin Peterson. Man, I wish he won the Libertarian nomination in 2016. But no, you had to nominate Gary Johnson, you idiots. You statist idiots. You Keynesian idiots. See, this is my problem. That's my problem. Is them. Mark Carney is Gary Johnson. That's the way I have it. He's not truly, he's a red Tory. You know, Mark Carney's a red Tory, which is basically a fiscal conservative, socially liberal, Gary Johnson libertarian. That's, no. No. That's not libertarian to me. That's just weak. That's not libertarian to me. That's just weak. Like, you're just lying to, you know, you just know you wouldn't win on either side of the major parties. So you just say, hey, libertarian. At least in Canada, yeah, the Libertarian Party's even worse than the American one. So you kind of have to run somewhere. But again, props to Carney for seeing where the waves were going and then going a little bit more right and being a red Tory, and that wins. I mean, yeah, Carney's a likable guy. I will say that much. I'll give him that. Like, he has a good personality. He has a good smile. Yeah, rest in peace to Rob Ford. G. Rob Ford is a G. Rob Ford is a G. 26 minute. I don't know about Doug. Rob Ford was a G. Doug's living off his brother's name, but that's fine, I guess. It wouldn't surprise me if Pierre gets backstabbed by the Conservative Party. Doug Ford becomes the federal conservative leader. I'm calling that right now. I'm calling that right now, which I think everybody is, but that's just neither here nor there. 0-0. Oh. I mean, probably would stop people, like some people, from complaining. So, you know, but there's called copyright. I'm going to go insane. So if I'm going insane, he's going insane. It's not that crazy. Like, we're both going insane. I might cry more than I scream. He's going to scream. Like, I'll tell you that point blank period. Actually, if the Leafs go to 7, I'm crying either way on camera. I'm telling you that right now. If they lose, I'm crying because I'm destroyed. If they win, I'm crying because it was a relief and at least they won the series. Do with that what you will. I'll admit that straight up right now. I don't know if I'll scream as much. Maybe the cries turn to screams. I don't know if they lose. But yeah, he's going to just scream, is my opinion. Well, at least in the review, I'll wear the Miami pink jersey for that part of the video so people know what I'm talking about Miami, and then I'll wear this for the Toronto part of the video. I don't know if I'll do that for the stream. Maybe I will. Just in case, I'll probably record the Miami part first. I don't know if I'll put it first, but we'll see. We'll see. So, once the Toronto's game over. Okay, there we go. I don't want the current board members to stay. They've been here for 30 years. They even pushed out Clarence Seedorf out of helping them out. He built a small stadium. And all Seedorf wanted was some transparency about the financial aspect of things. Corbianu with a shot. Goal! 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 Theo Corbianu! Toronto FC leads 1-0. Theo Corbianu! What a goal! It took a deflection, but I don't care. Theo Corbianu scores 1-0, and there ain't no VAR, so that's staying on. Corbianu. Just be happy Canada's leader doesn't sound insane. Well, yeah, that's why I'm saying I'm happy Carney's not Trudeau, because Trudeau was insane. Trudeau was insane. At least Carney is a libertarian. Not the one I respect, not the side of the party I respect, but at least he's a libertarian. And it's a minority government. He's not insane. Could say anarcho-capitalists are insane, but I don't know. That's on you. That's on you. I don't think so, but I am anarcho-capitalist. So Toronto leads. I may be insane. Theo Corbianu, 29 minutes in. "29 minutes. 1-0. Lovely. But at least he's a libertarian. Trudeau's insane. Rand, I like Rand Paul. You know, I like him. He's close to his father in theory and such. Rand does stand up for what he should. Yeah. I've always liked Rand Paul. He's a libertarian to me. He stands up for libertarian issues. He might bend the knee a couple of times, but don't we all? Even if we are anarcho-capitalists. If you're a leftist libertarian, you bend the knee to the left. If you're anarcho-capitalist, you still bend the knee to the right sometimes. And if you're a Gary Johnson, you still bend the knee to both sides, depending on where the winds are blowing. So, or if you're Mark Carney, you'll just bend the knee to either side, depending on where the winds are blowing. So do with that what you will. Do with that what you will. Yep. Oh, it was awesome. I actually watched it because there's some severe weather going on, and CBS is what I normally watch. Yeah, that was awesome. Or was about to. But that was awesome. I actually watched that whole match. That was crazy. That was awesome. And Inter could still pull it out. They're going back to the San Siro, so they could still pull it out. I can't believe they drew 3-3. And frankly, I don't know. They maybe should have won. Frankly, they maybe should have won. But do that what you will. Yes, if the Leafs aren't playing that day. But the way things are going, they probably won't be. So, no. Steve almost cursed last night. He didn't. That was one F-bomb. I've probably said more F-bombs than him, and I'm still here. So, I've been a little bit more liberal with the F-bombs at times on this channel, and I'm still here. So, I think he's fine, right? If I scream so much, I don't know. We'll see. Feel bad for Alawalense. Well, it's their fault. This happened anyway, partially. TFC goal by Corbianu. Corbianu is CR7 regen. TFC scored 1-0. See Al Nasir win today? No, but I watched Inter versus Barca. I don't even, well, it's on Paramount Plus, but I have it on YouTube TV, so 34th minute. No. I didn't even know they were playing today. Free kick for Toronto. I didn't even know. You sure about that? Oh, those are just cameras. Yeah, I think. Playing forward, free kick for Cozy Thompson. I think that's the one that was already, yep. That one's gone. Good. Playing forward. 34th minute. Flores has the ball. 1-0 Toronto. While we're going about it, what was I going to say? Campeones Cup or MLS Cup? MLS Cup. We haven't won Campeones Cup, but you have to win MLS Cup to be in Campeones Cup, and then we'll do with that what you will. Do with that what you will. We'd be doing Pachuca versus Barcelona. What? Barcelona's not in the Club World Cup. One. Second of all, Pachuca's not in the Champions Cup. So maybe it's Vancouver, Barcelona. Oh, God, don't do that to me. I hope it's Miami, Barcelona. Oh, that would be awesome. Oh, my God, just imagine. Just imagine the views of that in December. Oh, my God. Miami, I beg of you. Flip it. I beg of you, flip the score line, please. 2-0 Caps. Our season might end tonight. Damn. That sucks. It's a freaking flat top grill. How do you burn it? Okay, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I couldn't handle that. I don't want burnt steak or burnt chicken or. Yeah, no, I'd hate that. But it'd be like, oh, it's blackened. No, it's burnt. Just say you're shit at cooking, please. 36th minute. Just say you're shit at cooking. It's blackened chicken. No, it's burnt. Just say you're shit at cooking. No, just say you're shit at cooking. All right? 36th minute, 1-0 Toronto. Barcelona from Ecuador. CanChamp Supporter Shield MLS Cup. I'm an anti-Euro snob. What do you think? 37th minute. It's not like Chelsea's winning the other two. It's not FC Barca. It's Barca from Ecuador. Are you saying it's a friendly? Oh, is that the guy who wears the crazy suits? Is the Barca from Ecuador? Is that the team that has the coach that wears the crazy suits? Is that it? Or the crazy tuxes, like the pink tux, and what else did he wear? That man's gonna wear a seersucker next, isn't he? Y'all don't know, do you? It's free. DAZN's gonna be free for the Club World Cup. So that's the good news. The bad news is that's Segundo Castillo, yeah. Next he's gonna wear seersucker. Nobody knows what seersucker is. I'm the only one, right? Yeah, because I'm a redneck. I thought so. It's a fabric. It's a fabric. A very southern fabric, but it's a fabric nonetheless. No, I would never wear it, but I'm not. No. 38th minute. I'd be surprised if anybody knows that besides me. 38th minute, Coelho got a yellow card, 1-0. At least Toronto has the lead. He's the one who wore a pink tux, pink suit. You know, good. Good, you know what seersucker is. It's a fabric. It's a southern fabric. I don't know how to really explain it, but it's very heavy. It's bluish, I think. Shot wide. That'll be a goal kick for Toronto. 39th minute. Just keep the lead, damn it. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid. Playing forward, goal kick. There you go. Gavron. What was we doing? There we go. Oh, actually. There we go. Playing forward, 40th minute. We'll take a short break when the half ends. Then we'll bring up the Miami game. Let's remember, Miami has to score 2 goals. Well, it's not Cotton either. I don't think so. It's not too much. I don't really know Brazilian Portuguese. Does anybody know how to? Lightning have scored. Well, thank God. 40th minute, 1-0. Miami has to score 2 goals without allowing any to go to extra time in the match. If they score 3, they win outright. If they allow a goal, they have to score 4. So you would hope they don't allow any if you're a Miami fan. Or me, who wants Miami to win that game. Wide. Goal kick, 41st minute. Say, okay, bye, have a good break. You're really holding the gimmick of a Paulinho, aren't you? English. I have no idea. Well, I know how to say names in Portuguese, but that's about it. Other than that. Like, I can only learn so many languages so quick. So, I could probably pronounce it, but I don't have an idea of what you're saying. I'll be frank about that. 42nd minute. Obrigado. Well, I know that's thanks. There you go. I know that's thanks. I know yes is seen. I know that. I know the basics. Noted. So I have to learn. I got Spanish. I know Italian. I know Japanese. Not fluent, but enough to get by. So I have to learn Portuguese, Quebecois, more than just the sacras and everything. Hey, at least I'm being respectful, eh? I could probably sound better in a random MP. Well, I know a good bit of French. I could also probably get by in Quebecois as well, but I'm not that bad. And when I speak it, I sound better than a random MP. So, a random Anglo MP. So do that what you will. Salut, ça va? Free kick. Loturi got a yellow card. Cross in. Header. Shot brought down. Insigne with a shot, but it's blocked. Davy Flores with another block. 44th minute. Added time. It hasn't hit yet. 1 more minute of regular time. 1-0 Toronto. Before we get to added time. I'd say about 3 or 4 minutes. My guess. Could be about 5. It's out for a throw. Throw in. Plays forward. Sometimes I just have to think of the closest sounding word that I know in Spanish. It kind of helps. That's true. Kind of similar with Italian. That is true. It's kind of similar with Italian as well. That is true. Italian, Portuguese, Spanish. If you know one, you should kind of know all three. I think Portuguese is a little bit harder than Italian-ish, in my opinion. I think Italian's a lot more of a one-to-one, if anything. Portuguese is a little bit more. Sometimes you get caught up a little bit. From what I know. From what I know. I think Italian's more of a one-to-one. Like, Panthers tied it. Of course they did. 3 minutes of stoppage time. That's honestly shocking. That's honestly shocking. 45-19. Maybe I'm wrong, though, but that's the way I see it. Panthers tied. Oh, I already read that. Okay. 1-0 Toronto. 1 minute down of stoppage time. Well, about 120 or 40 seconds. Getting to a minute. Coelho just cleared the ball. Good. Playing forward. Corbianu already has a goal. Corbianu still. Corbianu. Cross. Oh, Spicer lost the handle. Flores over the bar. 1 minute through stoppage time. Let's go, man. Come on. But we also have the Miami card ready to go. Okay, nothing new. 47th minute. Halfway through stoppage time. Just hold on to the lead. Let's not do nothing hasty here or stupid. Good job, Gomes. Goal kick. It is on One Soccer. Yes. Hell, FS2 is just showing the One Soccer stream, so all three of them are Latin. Yeah. Italian. What's your last comment? Oh, yeah. Well, WUCL, Women's Premier League, Women's FA Cup. It's bigger than the Women's USL. Now, the NWSL and the CONCACAF Women's Champions Cup, yellow card. Free kick for Montreal. Last kick of the half. Gomes got a yellow card? Really? That's harsh. That's harsh. That Miami versus Whitecaps game on One Soccer. I think it's the not linear. Like, you have to choose. Like, oh, if it's not on Fubo, well, then I guess it's not linear. It's not on Fubo's One Soccer channel. It's on One Soccer app, but it's not on the linear. Because, of course, Miami Whitecaps would be the thing on linear. So it is on One Soccer, but the app itself. 48th minute, which makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't. Header saved by Gavron. Thank God. Oh! Yeah, you have Fubo. Okay, that makes sense. But FS2 does have it. So if you have a VPN, go to the Fox Sports website, go into an incognito tab, click on watch. It's right there. So if you have a VPN, set it to America and do that for the second half. With that being said, halftime, it's 1-0 Toronto. They turn away that free kick, and Toronto has the 1-0 lead. Don't do nothing stupid. We'll take a short break. We'll set up the Miami game because we're also watching that. I'm actually watching it that way. The Fox Sports app or website trick, at least for the first half, and then we move. So, speaking of, I told you that trick because I know it. With that being said, we will get going. Or, I guess, Stream East. But either way, with that being said, sit tight. We'll be back. We'll set up the Miami game. We'll talk about the stats of the Toronto game, all that. And then we'll watch the first half of Miami with the Toronto game, second half. And then we'll move the Miami game up. And if Miami comes back, we'll review both in one video. If they don't, it's just a Toronto review. So it might be an hour late, 2 hours late, but there's a reason. Because Miami matters. Ain't that late, but sit tight, be back. All right, we're back at the half. Toronto leads 1-0. So, first of all, let's throw on this Miami stream, or the Miami game over here. There we go. There it is. So, they'll be ready at about 7:08 to kick. We'll have a couple of minutes to watch them before we... But Toronto has the 1-0 lead. Score prediction for this game? 2-0 Toronto. Damn it. So, 5 minutes to kick off the Miami game. That's a lot quicker than I expected. All right, so first off, let's talk about the starting 11s of that game. We got Oscar Ustadi in net. The back four, Marcelo Weingart, Maxi Falcone, Noah Allen, Jordi Alba. Midfield forward, Tadeo Allende, Federico Redondo, Sergio Busquets, Talasco Segovia, Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez. Okay, they're going to lose. Vancouver Whitecaps, Yohei Takaoka, the back four, Tate Johnson, Ranko Veselinovic, Tristan Blackman, Eddie Ocampo, the midfield three of Pedro Vite, Andres Cubas, Sebastian Berhalter, Emmanuel Sabi, Brian White, and Ali Ahmed up top. So, Tottenham or Arsenal? Neither. Chelsea. 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 Chelsea, 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 Chelsea. With that being said, Toronto's stats at the half, 43% possession to 57% possession, 8 shots to 9, 1 shot on goal to 2, 156 accurate passes, 78% to 237, 87%. 6 fouls to 7, 0 corners to 3, 8 shots to 9, 1 shot on goal to 2, 199 passes to 273, 78% pass accuracy to 87, 12 throws to 11, 0 offside to 0, 2 yellow cards to 1, 0 red cards to 0, 1-0 at the half. Toronto, they've been solid. Yeah, there have been times where they don't look like the better team, but that's football for you. Miami's about to kick off. Tottenham to win the Europa League title. Panthers are winning 2-1. I'm honestly shocked the game played out the way it did. It was crazy, though. Miami needs 2 goals without allowing any to tie the game up. Vancouver's wearing their navy blue jerseys. Miami wearing pink. Well, I guess that makes sense to a certain extent, but and they're showing Vancouver content at the half because of course they are. So starting 11, Ustadi, Alba, Allen, Falcone, Weingart, Redondo, Busquets, Segovia, Messi, Allende, Suarez for Miami. Here we go. Referees Said Martinez, Walter Lopez, Christian Ramirez, Adonai Escobedo for Miami, or for the Miami-Vancouver game. And Vancouver's starting 11. VAR referees. I'll show those first. Benjamin Pineda, the VAR referee. There is VAR in the Miami game. There isn't any in the Toronto game, which that's Canada soccer for you. David Beckham should sell his team. If they lose to Vancouver, he should. Starting 11 for the Whitecaps. In goal, Takaoka. The back four, Johnson, Veselinovic, Blackman, Ocampo, Berhalter, Cubas, Vite, Ahmed, White, Sabi. 2-2, good. Come on, Tampa. Stay alive. But the Miami game's about to start. Miami has to score 2 goals without allowing any just to go to extra time. They have to score 3 without allowing any to advance outright. 4 if they allow a goal. So, for Vancouver. So that's this could get hairy quickly. No, Toronto could beat the Lightning. I still think they can if they do advance. I do not think they could beat the Panthers. I think the Panthers will smash their head in. So do that what you will. I know they lose to the Panthers at this point. I'll still watch the series if they make it that far, but I think we know where it's going. I'll throw my hands up, be like, hey, it's what I expected. Especially after how that series went down. How the Ottawa series went down. Can't handle the Dollarama version of the Panthers. What makes you think you could handle the real ones? And playing forward, Miami has to score 2 goals before 90 minutes are up, at the very least. Unless Vancouver scores a goal, then they have to score 4. 3 only helps if they don't allow any. If they allow some, it has to be 4. So, here we go. Vancouver's off. We covered Louisville City versus Minnesota United. If the Leafs get eliminated, I don't know if the Leafs will play that day. If the Leafs get eliminated, they won't. So, very likely, yes. I'll probably throw that in there. But what happens next week is decided by what the Leafs choose to do. They choose to win, and then what days their matches are played, then no. If they lose Thursday and Saturday, it doesn't matter. They lose. I'll cover it then. I think it's Wednesday, right? Oh, wait, St. Louis plays. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Louisville City or St. Louis? I mean, Louisville City versus Minnesota United does sound better than St. Louis versus Union Omaha. That is true. That is true. Playing forward. So, maybe. We'll see. If the Leafs are eliminated, which, who are we kidding? They probably will be within the next 4 days. 2 minutes in. Miami has to score 2 goals if they don't allow any by the end of these 90 minutes. I think that's possible. At least the 2 goals. The not allowing one is what I'm worried about. Because let's remember, they allowed one early to LAFC, which made things a lot harder. Allowing one makes things near impossible for Miami tonight. Near impossible. I don't think away goals count during the extra time, though. Wouldn't surprise me if that actually happened. Let me check. No, that's the Vancouver game. It's still halftime. 48 seconds to the second half. But it wouldn't shock me if he did. Wouldn't shock me if he did, because that's Toronto to a T. It's Toronto to a T. Wouldn't shock me if he did. 3 minutes in. Here comes the second half. Seeley and Pierce coming on for Montreal. Well, he's going to the south end. He had horrible times trying to score goals there, so we'll find out. Seeley and Pierce are on for Montreal. Starting the half. See who that says. Owusu not scoring. Well, he'll finally figure out how to score at the south end if he does. Wouldn't that be funny? Not for me, because... And we're off. 45 minutes to go of the Miami-Montreal, or the Toronto-Montreal game. But we have all 3 Canadian teams in MLS playing right now, and we're watching them on stream. For 3 minutes in, 0-0, 0-0 between Miami and Vancouver. 0-2 global, 0-2 on aggregate. Toronto leads the CanChamp preliminary round. Sinchuk and Saliba are off for Pierce and Seeley. Vancouver playing forward. Falcon. Good kick away. Plays forward, and that's out for a Miami throw? No, that doesn't make any sense. Montreal crosses in. Good header by Long to clear it. Flores over the top. Saliba's a damn good player. I agree. I have to give him props. Saliba's a damn good player. He's a very talented young player. Nathan Saliba, talented. So very talented. He's a joy to watch. Even though he plays for Montreal, but like the way he plays, he's a joy to watch. Would be nice to see him play for Canada, the main team. He's a very good player. Well, yeah. I'd say it's more the association football version of Mississippi State versus Ole Miss. That's a better comparison to me. But Vancouver need a masterclass. No, Miami are the ones who do. Owuzu. Free kick for Montreal. Goes down. Yeah, that's about all he's good for. That doesn't surprise me at all. That looked familiar. Hey, if Ange Postecoglou came to TFC, I'd be over the moon. I think Big Ange is an amazing coach. He's talented. He deserves better in Tottenham. If that was true, I'd be happy about it. Now, of course, it's not. But if that was true, I thought Postecoglou was amazing at Celtic. I think he plays the type of football I want to see. I think he'd get this team to win over the bar. I think he deserves better in Tottenham. He deserves a fan base that's behind him, which is not anymore. I don't think it's all his fault this year. I really don't. I think it's more of the injuries and situations, Levy not backing him. I mean, I'd love it if Postecoglou came to TFC. I would. He's like the one person making Tottenham likable. And if he leaves, well, cross in, brought down. I would hate Spurs again. If Postecoglou leaves Spurs, like I would outright hate Spurs again. Like Postecoglou makes Spurs likable. Like, because I want to cheer for Postecoglou as a guy. Crossing, like the man he is. Shot wide, goal kick. 49th minute. Montreal's knocking at the door. 0-0 for Miami, Vancouver. Corner. So it would be awesome if he did, but no, they're just good for views when I cover them. So that's more business sense than anything. They do have nice jerseys, Miami, though. Serie A. I enjoy watching Serie A more. I think it's more tactically clean. I think it's more tactically interesting than the Premier League. I think it has less propaganda behind it, to be real. I think it's a real league. Like, it has heart. Goal! Goal for Miami! Miami score! That's one! Miami! Jordi Alba! 1-0. There it is. Jordi Alba! 1-0. Just threw it on net. Guess what he did? He go to the net! Awesome. Jordi Alba. See, that's what you got to do. Early goal, that's what you need if you're Miami. Now, don't allow one. Montreal going forward. Plays forward, and then Jordi Alba just, what a play, man. Boom! Off the hands of Takaoka and in. Boom. Go to the net. Go to the net. Go to the net. There you go. Serie A. Serie A. 1-0, 1-0. Jordi Alba, 9th minute. 1-0 on the night. Hold on. 1-0 on the night. 1-2 on aggregate. 1-0 esta noche. 1-2 global. Miami needs one more. Montreal still up, or Toronto up, still up 1-0. Shot save by Takaoka. That almost was 2. Oh my God, Miami's going after it. I don't want Vancouver to win the Champions Cup. I told you. Toronto should be the first Canadian team to win the Champions Cup. I am petty. There has been MLS teams to win it in the current era. They can't lie anymore and say, oh, Galaxy and DC, that doesn't count. Vancouver, Seattle's won. I wanted Toronto to be the first MLS team in the modern era to win the Champions Cup. That won't happen, but they could still be the first Canadian team. So I'm still petty, but when it comes to 2 other teams that are in this tournament. So when Montreal's in it, well, of course I want them to lose. I mean, duh, obviously. That was, well, I was petty back in 2015 when they lost to America, but that was the whole MLS. But of course, Montreal, there was a little bit of oomph behind it because, go to hell, Montreal, right? Miami, Vancouver, I don't hate them as much, but I don't want them to win this trophy. So there's an oomph behind it, but I don't hate Vancouver as much because they're the redheaded stepchild of the 3 Canadian teams. They're like the Southern Miss of all this. And they're also the redheaded stepchild of Cascadia as well. But they made the final. Every Canadian team, semifinal. Every Canadian team's made the semifinal. You know that, right? Toronto's done it twice. Montreal's done it once. Vancouver, the way Miami's playing, I think they're going to win. That's the good news. There's no rivalry between Toronto and Montreal. Or Toronto and Vancouver, my bad. Hockey, there's no rivalry between Toronto and Montreal. I'm not 80 years old. If you're not 80 years old, it's not a rivalry anymore. In hockey. Football, yes. There's no rivalry between Toronto and Vancouver, at least on the Toronto side of things. Nobody gives a shit. Vancouverites hate Toronto because they're the center of the universe. So there's a rivalry to them, but to us, no. No. You're a redheaded stepchild. We'll defend you from everybody else, but we'll still make fun of you when we're making fun of Canadian teams. But, there's no rivalry. Nobody cares. Toronto may be the center of the universe. I don't know. So, do that what you will. There's no rivalry between Toronto and Vancouver, at least not on the Toronto side of things. Maybe when they're playing, it gets a little bit heated, but, Because I don't want Vancouver to be in the final because wide past the post. Because Tigres and Cruz Azul suck this year. I hate to tell you, but they're beatable. Corner for Toronto. I hate to tell you, but they're really beatable. It's not like they're freaking untouchable, even if it is in Mexico. But then again, I thought that about Pachuca and, well, what happened there? So, 54th minute. 12 minutes 54 for the Miami game, 1-0. Toronto Stars lead 1-0. Miami gave a bad run, but at least that went wide. 55th minute. Cruz Azul. La Líder. La Favorito. Wide. That's out. Oh, no, it's not. Cross. Headed away by Long. Good job. Good job. Montreal is really having their chances, but Coelho gets it clear. Nope. 55th minute. La Líder de Cruz Azul. Goes to visitar. La Favorito de la Serie. Oh, man, Owusu sucks. Yep, there's Owusu being Owusu. Good job, Cozy. Good. That can't be a free kick. No. Líder de serie, favorito de serie, Cruz Azul. Tigres. Posible. Pase la final. Possible. Yeah, that's true, but it's not like they're playing. It's not like Vancouver will play America if they hold on. So do that what you will. 56th minute, 1-0 Toronto. Oh, good pass, but Stefanovic clears it out. Good job. Lazar! Well, could have told you. I'm still afraid he scores on us because reasons. Because, of course, a former Toronto player scores on Toronto once they come back. I'd just rather it be MLS. If it had to be, because 1-1. Oh, Vrioni's on. Did they just pull a Owusu for Vrioni? Bad thing is Vrioni sucks too. Owusu on for Vrioni, or off for Vrioni. But bad thing is he sucks too. Like, your two strikers legitimately are the worst in MLS. Like, Giacomo Vrioni is just as bad. Like, always an uphill battle. Yeah, that was a crazy game. Vrioni's just as bad. Owusu's the worst of the worst, but Vrioni's not far away. Like, ask the Revs fans. Well, I know because I've watched him play for him. He ain't that much better. Save by Ustadi. It's still 1-0 Miami. He's not good. 58th minute. Montreal playing forward. Shot. Oh, what a save by Gavron. Luka Gavron. Boom. No, Daniel, we disagree. Let's go, Miami. Vamos, Miami! Boop. I think America repeats. Tetracampeón de la América. I don't see... It's either going to be America repeats. I'm going to take America Tetracampeón over the field. I mean, they were bottom of the damn... They came through the repechaje. It's still 1-3. They're better now than they were in December. So, cleared top of the box. Shot blocked. Good. 59th minute. Kept in. That's out for a throw. It's Toronto throw, I think. Yeah. So, Tetracampeón. Any chance TFC make playoffs? Probably not. Not right now, at least. 1-0 for Miami. 17 minutes. Things are going well for them. Now, let's see where that goes. Headed on. Miami steals. That's out for a throw for Montreal. 59th minute. Do you think Vancouver will play PSG for a friendly? No. Now, it's possible if Vancouver somehow wins the Champions Cup, they'll play PSG in the Intercontinental Cup final. I would be rooting for PSG. Well, is it? I don't know. Actually, this PSG team doesn't seem so bad to root for. That's out for a Spicer. That's out for a throw. I think it's going to win the Serie A. Napoli. I think it's going to be Napoli. Napoli's had a really good season. Antonio Conte is a winner. Point blank, period. He's done this before. A team in 10th, middle of the league. Conte comes in, takes them to first the next year. I've seen it before with Chelsea. I think Conte is going to do it again. He's a winner. Conte's a winner, unless he coaches Tottenham, but Tottenham's Tottenham, so do with that what you will. Save Takaoka. Tricampeón. Tricampeón is what America just won. Tetracampeón is number 4. 60th minute. 30 minutes to go in the Toronto match. Toronto still leads, but Montreal's throwing everything at net. They're going at the net, which that's what you should do because you're down. If it's tied after 90, we go to penalties. If we have a 1-0 win, we go through. It's over after 90. But Napoli, I think Conte's a winner. Antonio Conte is a winner. Always has been, always will be. It's got to be Napoli. But Inter just gave everything to Barcelona. This is true, but, you know. Player down, 20th minute. Ahmed is down for Vancouver. 61st minute, corner. Corner for Montreal. Plays it out. Cross in. Header. Shot. Latorre doesn't think. Yep. Latorre doesn't get the handle. 20th minute. Who will win Champions League? UEFA? PSG. I think it's PSG. Straight to penalties if Miami ties it. Extra time. If it's tied 2-2 for Miami, there's extra time in Miami's tie. If it is a tie in Toronto, it's straight to penalties. So, CanChamp, straight to penalties if tied. Champions Cup, if tied on aggregate, without away goals, which there aren't any, extra time. No problem. So, still a possibility of penalties in Toronto, Montreal. Free kick here, Miami, 20 minutes. They have 1 goal up. They need another without allowing any, just to go to extra time. Corner. Cross in. Cleared. Throw in for Miami. Here's a corner for Montreal. 1-0. 62nd minute. Cross. Header. Who's it going to fall to? Insigne. Why is he jumping for it? He's 5'2". Don't. You're not going to win the header. Pint size. I could say that because I'm a little bit taller than him, but not much. I'd be called short too. I can say that. That's wide. That'd be a goal kick. Why are you jumping for it? Because I know I couldn't jump either. I couldn't win a header either if I wanted to. So, trust me, I can. That's fine. But why? Why? You're 5'2". Don't jump for a header. You're not going to win it. Why are you even trying? Plays down. Shot over the bar. Insigne is off for Dominguez. Petretta is coming on for Gomes. Come on. Oh, look, Beta Shore. Beta. Maxime Dominguez is on. Like, my point is why are you jumping for it when you know you won't get it? Throw in for Montreal. Don't jump for something you know you won't get. Playing forward. If he does throw an elbow, he could probably break somebody's nose. Free kick for Montreal. Whitecaps trouble this year. The way they're playing wouldn't shock me. Probably Shield, MLS Cup, CanChamp, but it wouldn't shock me if they did that. That would hurt. That would very much hurt. I won't lie. But at least it's not the CanChamp or the CONCACAF Champs Cup. My bad. Playing forward, lost the handle. Miami doesn't get there. The way Whitecaps are playing, it wouldn't shock me. Free kick at center. White brought down. 1-0, 65th minute. Who's your favorite CF Montreal player of all time? Was a Toronto fan. I guess Didier Drogba. Like, as a Chelsea fan, like, it sucked to see Drogba wear the Montreal jersey, but I love Drogba. So, Drogba. Like, it sucked to see him wear that jersey. Like, it was the right color because Chelsea's blue. But God, the wrong crest. That was. But I guess by default, Drogba. I guess. Didier Drogba by default. I mean, Ignacio Piatti is a wonderful player. I have to give him his credit. Wonderful player, legend. Even though I hate saying that, he's a legend. Marco Di Vaio as well. Like, I'll give Montreal players their due. There are players that I could sit here and say, hey, they were talented players. Laurent Simon. he wasn't good in Toronto. He wasn't really that good in Toronto. But Laurent, he's a solid guy. I'll give him his due there. He did step up sometimes, but he's a solid guy. Solid guy, Laurent Simon. He's solid. So, good dude. Good dude. 66 minute. Playing forward. Vrioni doing Vrioni things. 25th minute, 1-0 Miami. So, yeah, Drogba, though. It has to be. But DeVayo, solid player. I hate Felipe. He's a total jackwagon. Felipe still is. But DeVayo, I'll give respect to Marco DeVayo. I'll give respect to Piatti. Of course, Drogba's Drogba. I'll give respect to Jordi Mihailovic. It's not like it was a bad thing they got rid of him. They had to. But probably the best chance they ever had of winning something was with Jordi Mihailovic. But yeah, I guess it has to be Drogba, yeah. Just by default. Because of what he did with Chelsea, so. Damn. Hopefully it doesn't take out a commission for too long, you know. Luckily for me, I don't think I have to get my wisdom teeth taken out. Like the last time I got a freaking X-ray, they were coming in nicely without problems. So luckily for me, I may be one of those people who don't have to get their wisdom teeth taken out, but hopefully not. Miami playing forward, 27th minute. Miami has a 1-0 lead. They're still holding on to it. 68th minute. For Toronto, 1-0. Goal kick for Gavron. Cross in. Brought down. Let's see if Miami can play that. Oh, no, they lost the handle. Horrible pass. Okay, they're being sloppy now. Piet's off. Samuel Piet is off for Montreal. I respect Piet as well. Very talented player. Yankov is on for Montreal. Free kick for Montreal at the center line. Piet, there's a lot of respect for him as well. Solid. He's a bulldog. Piet's a bulldog. He kind of looks like if a human turned into a bulldog, he kind of looks like one. No disrespect, though. He plays like a bulldog, though. Like Piet plays like a bulldog. Kind of stocky. Round face. You know, he kind of looks like if a bulldog turned into a human, but he plays like a bulldog too. So respect to Piet, respect to Samuel Piet, talented player. He's done his time. I'm going to become a monk. I'm going to go become a monk. I'm going to become a Buddhist monk. I'm just going to bye. Oh, and if the Leafs get reverse swept, if both happen, yeah. 70th minute corner kick for Montreal. They've been going at the Toronto net for 45 for the whole half, but it's still 1-0 Toronto. Cross in, header. What a defensive game by Toronto because free kick for Vancouver. Shot, goal for Montreal. And Joel Waterman scores to tie it up. 1-1. There it is. Free kick for Vancouver. Header. If it is, Joel Waterman. It's tied it up. It was about time for that to happen. I'm not even mad about it. Petrasso with a cross. Waterman, boom, what a shot. I can't even get mad at that. 1-1. Right now, if this goes to 90 without a second goal from either team, we go to pens. 70th minute for Joel Waterman. 1-1. 30th minute, Miami still has a 1-0 lead. Toronto, hopefully this starts to at least let them let go of some pressure. Our luck, we're still going to get Long. What are you doing? Good clearance. Okay. Let's get forward. Let's open up the game a little bit. Bugaj plays forward. Of course, Luca Petrasso got an assist. 30 minutes. I am too. Good play. Come on. Come on. Corbianu. Cross. Cleared away by Campbell. Cozy Thompson heads it down. Davy Flores. '72nd minute. Playing forward. Toronto. Dominguez stepped into it, but he didn't get there. Stefanovic. Seeley with a shot over the bar. Still 1-0 for Miami. 31 minutes in. Damn. I hope it goes well for you. TFC better score. Miami gets it clear. 31 minutes in. We will go straight to penalties if they don't. And if Montreal doesn't either. Toronto started to go forward since the goal was scored. Ulla Brynhildsen and Kobe Franklin are coming on for Toronto FC. For Barrow and Thompson. Ulla Brynhildsen is on for the last 28 minutes plus stoppage time. Kobe Franklin is on as well. Plays down. Coelho. Brynhildsen brings it down. Coelho. TFC heads it on. Brynhildsen wins the second ball. Dominguez loses the bounce. George Campbell. Push it forward. Good clearance by Toronto. Good. Miami trying to play some 1-2s. 74th minute. Corbianu still going. Corbianu. Still Corbianu. Still Corbianu. Spicer. Goal! Tyrese! Spicer, baby! Spice T scores 2-1. Good cut back and Tyrese Spicer. Let's go. Straight depends if we tie, but that doesn't matter anymore. Well, I don't know. Tyrese Spicer. Goal. What a play. Tyrese Spicer. Corbianu with a beautiful cross. Just blows past him. Take that. Boom. Boom. Beats Sawa. Free kick for Miami. 2-1 and save by Takaoka with the 33rd minute. Boom. Spicer. Just what a shot, baby. Go to the net. Boom. 2-1 Toronto. See the time they give him? There's no VAR, so it's a goal. There's no reason to check it, though. 74th minute for Spicer. Two to 1. Now, can Toronto hold on for 15-plus minutes? You would hope. Corbianu with a goal and assist. Man of the match? If we win. Shot. Frioni right at Gavrin, and it was deflected as well. 76th minute. TFC will win. I hope this holds. 76 minutes of football down. Here comes Miami, and they lose the handle. Suarez, of course he did. He's washed up at this point. Montreal, good defensive play by Davy Flores. Why are you so good, man? I'm so happy we have him. Davy! 76 minutes. Header. Wide. Be a goal kick. Vrioni calling for a penalty. He says he wants a pen. He says there should be a penalty, Vrioni. Of course, when he screws up, that's what he does. It's what he does. I've seen that before. 3-2 Panthers. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. 77th minute. Header on. Coelho. Brought down. Campbell. Dominguez throws it on. Coelho over the top. He still has a chance to pick up the ball. He does. Spicer on a run. Campbell brings him down. Goal kick for Sawa. 77 minutes. Miami still up 1-0 on the night. 1-2 on aggregate. 1-0 esta noche, Miami. 1-2 global, Vancouver. Lightning going down 5 is embarrassing. Well, the Leafs will probably do the same thing. So, if they do. The Leafs will probably do the same thing if they play the Panthers. If they somehow still win one of their 2 games, they're going to do the same thing. So, just like they did 2 years ago. So, 77 minutes. Do you still blow up the core? Maybe. We'll talk about that when we get there. You should have ran at the ball, man. You should have ran at the ball. 78 minute. 2-1 Toronto. If they win this will be their second win of the season. 1 CanChamp, 1 MLS. But I'll take it. Please, 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 please give me penalty. No. Miami, Shello Weingart, that's a foul. 78th minute. 37 minutes down in Miami. $78 minutes of football down, and Vrioni loses the ball. He sucks, man. Well, I'm fine with that because I'm a Toronto fan, but Vrioni legitimately sucks. I told y'all, Luca Petrasso versus Corbianu. Corbianu. I think he's starting to turn a corner, though, I will say. Coelho doesn't get there. Cleared by Montreal. 37 minutes goal kick for Vancouver. Dominguez almost gets the ball. FS2. That's how I'm watching. FS2. So go to the Fox Sports website if you have a VPN. Go to the US VPN. Go to the website, Fox Sports website. Click on an incognito tab. Or, well, at this point, the game's 10 minutes left. You could probably just watch it on normal tab. Go to the watch. Click the Toronto game. You're good. Even if there's a penalty shootout, you'd still be able to watch the whole thing with that free hour they give you on foxsports.com if you have a VPN. But FS2. Because it's not on the live One Soccer because Vancouver's playing. 79th minute. Sports betting? Well, I don't. But 79th minute, you could do that too, I guess. 2-1. Free kick for Montreal with 10 minutes to go. They drew the game up. Toronto quickly took the lead. Again, out. Gavron catches it. Goal kick with 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Vancouver free kick. Header. Headed away. Free kick for Vancouver. Spicer! Again! No goal. Free kick for Montreal. And Abraham is coming on for Montreal. Spicer takes down Bugaj. Nah, he fell. Bullshit. That should be 3. No VAR. So, hey, VAR screwed us too. 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Don't do classic Toronto. Goal kick for Toronto. All right. Just hold on. I feel like that should have been 3. I feel like that was a bad call by the refs. I mean, come on, man. In through. Goes down. No free kick for Miami. 39th minute. That's the Waterman goal. Yep. That was when it was 1-1. Joel Waterman with a really good goal there when that happened. I'll give him that much. '80th minute. 40th minute for the Vancouver game, I'm watching both. And if Miami wins and overturns the deficit, I will go live or I'll review both games in one video. So the Toronto review won't come up till the Miami game's over. Throw in for Toronto, 81st minute. So I'd hate it for you. Well, because you play for them. But Montreal is a beautiful city. I will say, as a city, Montreal is a beautiful city. It is actually a beautiful city. If we're being real. Free kick for Miami, Messi to take. Like, Montreal is actually, it's a very beautiful city. Quebec is a beautiful province. It's a very special province. Corner for Miami. And respect their traditions, respect their bilingualism, respect their culture. It is a beautiful province. Montreal takes it forward. I'm not good enough at French to half call this game in French, but when I do speak it, I don't sound as bad as a random PM or MP. Salut, ça va? Salut, ça va? It is a beautiful city, though. It was a Montreal Liga MX. America, because I hate them as much. Wide off the header. That'll be a goal kick for Vancouver. 82 minutes. Coelho moving forward to Spicer. Can Spicer get his second? Nope, wide. 83rd minute. 2-1 Toronto. 41st minute. 83 minutes. Because it's CanChamp and you do rotate and it is the preliminary round, but it's anything but. We're winning, though. I think Federico's healthy. I just think they're saving him for the weekend. I don't know. It worked out. We're not losing, so Spicer scores. I know you're happy, and I'm happy too, because that means we're winning. I love Spicer, though. He's an amazing player. I'm happy for him. And Corbiano too, Spicer, so that's awesome. 42nd minute, 1-0 Miami. 1-2 on aggregate. Everybody does. Unless you're a Club America fan. Everybody hates them. When they ruined Toronto's chances at a CCL, that's how. When Miguel Herrera broke everybody's legs. When he made sure his guys took an absolute chunk out of everybody and made sure we'd lose. I agree. Corbiano's starting to turn a corner. Basically, America, I'm going to say it. America, hacking at us, even though we won the tie, we lost the war. Because that's why we lost the CCL. Because we had injury problems throughout that early part of the 2018 season. But they really accumulated after that America tie. Because Herrera had his guys just take a damn freaking chunk out of us. When they weren't going to win, he had them take a chunk out of us over both games. So that's when it started for me. Was when we lost the CCL, and I blamed Club America because they were dirty that tie. That tie was dirty. They tried to destroy all the Toronto players. That's when our injury issues that year got whole times worse. And that's why we lost the CCL, because our injury issues just piled up and piled up and piled up. Remember when Toronto played that skeleton crew in Houston? Do you remember that game? Mitch Tainter scored in that game. The guy who plays for San Antonio now? Yeah, he scored that game. Mitch Tainter. He scored in that game. Mariano Mino played his only minutes for the main club in that Houston game. He didn't even play in the CanChamp. I think they let him go at that point. Shot. Miami save by Takaoka. Coelho's down, 85th minute. So that's how weird that was. I don't even think Vanny coached that game. The main guys all went to Guadalajara. That's how bad the injury problems were. They were so damn worried in 2018 with injuries that they put out a damn skeleton crew in Houston. They lost 5-1. And the guy who scored for Toronto was Mitch Tainter. And now he just plays at the USL. San Antonio. He went through Toronto's academy, but now he plays for San Antonio, which he's doing well there, by the way. I think Diet Kool-Aid will tell you he's doing well there. All respect to him, by the way. It was that Parley game as well. You know, you remember that Toronto was wearing the black jerseys. It was the white numbering. It was the first Parley game. It was also that as well. It was wild. It was wild. 44th minute. It was wild. I always found it strange Bernardeschi went from Juventus to Toronto FC. He wasn't even that bad at Juventus. Money, baby, money. Money, that's why. And he does love Toronto. He loves Toronto. 86th minute. 1 minute to go left in the Miami game, or they're into the half stoppage time. Let's see what they give. Berhalter's down hurt. Sebastian Berhalter, that being. Montreal, Sealy. 87th minute. Sealy. Wide. Petretta. That's out for goal kick. 45th minute. How much stoppage time? Goal kick, 87th minute. Berhalter gets a yellow card. He got the yellow card himself, and he was down. Shit, man, that sucks. Those are the ones that suck. 87th minute. 2 minutes of stoppage time for the Miami game. Right now, they're halfway there to extra time. Well, I guess 1/3 there. Or 2/4 there, which I guess is a half, because no goals against, 1 goal for. There you go. And they have another half to play, so at least for extra time. I guess still technically they're 1/3 there. Either way. 88th minute. We'll keep going on that one, but we got to finish this Toronto game. 1 more minute in the Miami first half. We'll talk about the stats of their first half once we pass this. I'll talk about the stats of the Toronto game. Now, of course, shot, goal! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Giacomo Vrioni with an overhead kick. 2-2. You got to tip your hat to that one. What an amazing goal. I think we're going to penalties. Well, there you go. Toronto's going to have to score again. Boom. That was an amazing goal. I can't even get mad at that. 2-2. Vrioni. Boom. 1 minute to go. He is down for Vancouver. Toronto, it's 2-2 with minutes to go. 74. They took the lead. And Petretta. 88th minute for Vrioni. Cross in, shot save. Dominguez doesn't get the goal. 88 minutes, 2-2. I mean, that was a good goal by Vrioni. I mean, that was amazing. After Spatzer scored, bro, Toronto fix up. What'd you expect? Tobias time, boys. Coelho, 89th minute. Dominguez to Brynhildsen. Back to Dominguez, and that's out for a goal kick. 89th minute. How much stoppage time will there be? Miami still playing over 2 minutes. 89th minute. Plays forward. Pugash. Hold on, boys. Hold on. Vrioni goal was a banger. That was an amazing goal. Like overhead kick, like volley, like almost an overhead volley. It wasn't exactly a Pele kick, but it was amazing. Spicer making the run. Still Spicer. What a clearance for a corner for Toronto. Right into stoppage time, 90 minutes. Still not over yet. And even if it's a tie, we go to pens. So, corner? Yeah, corner for Toronto. And it's halftime of Miami-Vancouver. It's 1-0 at the half. 1-2 on aggregate over there. 1-0 esta noche. 1-2 global. Miro tiempo. Coelho with a corner. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Can Toronto find a winner here? Cross in. Punched by Sawa. That's going to go back out for a throw. All right, that's over with. Doesn't matter. They'll still be. So be it. 4 more minutes. Can Toronto find a winner with 4 minutes to go? 2-2, or will we go to penalties? The bottom two in the East playing to stay alive in the CanChamp. Here's a breakaway. Montreal. 91st minute. Oh, good play by Long to clear it. Good job getting in there. Good out for a corner. Montreal has a corner. 92nd minute. Penalties? Looks like it. Well, who knows? Corner for Montreal. 2 minutes down, 3 to go of stoppage time. Cross in, headed away. Falls for Spicer. Spicer can run. That's out. Yep, makes sense. 92 down, 3 to go. Toronto, can they score a late goal? They scored pretty quickly after the goal, and Montreal player is down. He pulled a Lane Kiffin. He pulled an Ole Miss. Toronto scored 4 minutes after the first Montreal goal. They could still do that and take the lead right back to end the game. Or penalties. Waterman down. 93rd minute. Petretta. A penalty shootout. Looks like it's the likelihood for Toronto FC. We know how bad we are at those. They at least won one against Red Bull last year, but they did lose one in the CanChamp final. Will that be how we're eliminated this year? Got 3 minutes. We got 2 minutes to stop that from happening or win the shootout, but will this be different? Dominguez. Brynhildsen. Dominguez making the run. It's clear. Oof. Davy Flores doesn't get there first. Brought down. 94th minute. Bugaj. Straight to pens. Wouldn't that be crazy if it was extra time? 1 more minute to go. Will Montreal save it for pens? That's a good run. Good tackle. That's not a foul. Clear the ball. Go. 1 minute to go. Toronto has 1 minute. Davy Flores. Go to the net. That's what I'm saying. Go to the net. Go to the net. Come on, boys. Davy Flores. Still Davy Flores. Cleared for a corner. At least they have a chance. Corner. 94th minute. 2-2. A last-second goal will save us from a penalty shootout. They have a corner. Toronto has a corner. 10 seconds to go. This is the last kick of the game before we go to penalties. The last play of the game, 2-2. A corner to save the game from going to penalties, and who we kidding? Toronto might just choke it anyway, because that's what they probably do. Coelho, put in your best shot. Come on, put in your best cross, Coelho. Cross. Headed away. Spicer brings it down. Has a chance to go wide. He does. Out for a throw. And they're going to let Toronto take it. Spicer to take. Corbianu. Full time. We're going to pens. All right. 2-2. We're going to penalties. All right. All right. We'll take a short break. We'll be back. Sit tight. We're back. How long will it take till pens? About 15 minutes. Not 15, about 5 minutes. Here we go. Penalties. We're about to start. How long will it take till pens? Here we go. Tyrese Spicer to kick it off. He's going to take the first penalty. Tyrese Spicer. FS2. Here we go. Miami's about to start their second half. Sooner rather than later, but we got to watch this shootout. Spicer's going first. Toronto 2-2 draw. Penalties. Sawa versus Spicer. He beat him to take the lead until they drew. Can Spicer score the penalty? He's the first to go. Come on, Ty. Come on. Gavron and Sawa. Let's see who's the better penalty saver. Who's the better scorer in penalties? Oh, Lord. Penalty shootout. This is not what I wanted. Pens for semifinals. Well, CONCACAF, if they go through extra time tied. Yeah. Spicer versus Sawa. Can Toronto start with a lead? They don't. Save. Saved by Sawa. Horrible penalty by Spicer. And they start behind the 8 ball. Of course they do. Yeah, we're not going to CONCACAF this year. Ay. Gavron, can he keep Toronto level? It's going to be Waterman to take. The last time Toronto played a CanChamp game, they lost in pens. It might be the same tonight. It probably will be. Gavron versus Waterman. Come on, Gavron, save us. Save one of them. Waterman versus Gavron. In top bins, 0-1. Yeah, this game's over. Yeah, this is done. This is done. Like, Montreal's got to miss one. Ay. Gavron gets scored on. Kobe Franklin. Spicer missed. Waterman scored. Franklin to tie it up. Dumb decision by the coach. Sawa getting in net. Franklin v. Sawa. 1-0 Montreal on pens, or 0-1 Montreal on pens, 2-2 on the night. Can Toronto tie this up? Kobe Franklin. Franklin versus Sawa. Sawa's already saved one. If Toronto doesn't score this, they're damn near dead. And it's in! It's lucky, but it's in. 1-1. It's lucky, but it's in. It's 1-1. It goes off the hands, off the post, and in. Wasn't pretty, but it'll count. Ay. Not pretty, but it's in. So it's 1-1. 1-1. Toronto needs a save or a miss somewhere. Seeley. It's Dante Seeley. If Dante Seeley, can he make it 2? And it's a goal. 1-2. Toronto has to keep scoring. Seeley scores his pen. 1-2. Just keeps getting worse, ain't it? 2 goals and still allow 2. Jesus Christ. Lose on pens. It is Alonso Coelho. Coelho to keep it tied. Sawa got his hands to both. 4-3 Panthers, of course. Things just can't go my way, right? Coelho. Goal. Let's go, Coelho. 2-2. Toronto needs a save somewhere or a miss. But they need to keep scoring. 3 pens left for Montreal, 2 for Toronto. All right. Yankov. Second half's about to start of the Miami game. It has. It is Dominic Yankov. To take the lead back. Miami has got going. We'll move it over after this game's over. Yankov versus Gavron. Goal. 2-3. Toronto needs a save on one of the next 2 penalties or a miss. If they score, which at some point they're bound to screw it up. Yankov scores. Montreal still has the 1-goal lead. Theo Corbianu. Theo Corbianu to tie it back up. Simple penalty used by Montreal. Corbianu. Dude, you've played in England. Don't do this, man. Corbianu, long run up. And he puts it over the bar. Oh, no, man. No. It's 2-3. And if Montreal scores, they win the game. They move on. Corbianu slipped on his ass and put it over the bar. Ay, ay, ay. Well, Toronto needs a save. That's the first part. Or a miss. And it's Tom Pierce to take the win. Pierce to win it. If there's a save, Toronto can score. But, of course, they'd still have to make another save or get another miss just to send it to sudden death. It's over, man. We're cooked. We're cooked, man. We're cooked. Short run up for Pierce. And he's over the bar. Okay, they get one break. He misses. It's still 3-2. Toronto has to score. There's one break. Tom Pierce misses his penalty. It's still 1-0 Miami. Yes. Toronto has to score to keep themselves alive, and then they have to make a save or get a miss. It's going to come down to the last penalty. Ulla Brynhildsen. Ulla Brynhildsen has to score. That's the first problem. Then Toronto has to make a save or get a miss. If that happens, 2-3. If that happens, Toronto goes to sudden death. But they got a break. This team wants to freaking give me a heart attack, eh? Brynhildsen. If he misses, it's over anyway. And it's saved. It's over. Montreal wins 3-2 on penalties. Well, there you go. 3-2. Save Basawa. Well, we move on to Miami. 49 minutes. Can Vancouver lose? Can at least Vancouver lose? That would be nice. Yeah, Toronto's not going to CONCACAF this next year. Oh, God. Handball against. That'll be a goal kick or a free kick for Miami. Yeah, the season's over. Yeah, Toronto season's over. Why, Toronto? Why? They suck. This has to be your worst year so far. It's been my worst 3 days. Leafs lose. TFC loses. Vancouver's going to go to the final. Leafs are going to lose tomorrow. Chelsea will choke. Like, this is my worst week. I can tell you that much right now. Why? And Vancouver scores. They're going to the final. Miami needs 4 goals now. And Vancouver wins. Vancouver's going to win. I hate this week. Vancouver's going to win this whole fucking tournament, yeah? Like, that's the other stab to the heart. It was Berhalter, of course. Sebastian Berhalter scores what will be the winner of this tie because there's no damn way. There's no way, Miami. No, there's no way. Well, hey, at least there's only a Toronto, and it rolls in. It rolls in. Of course. No, it's Brian White. No, Brian White got the goal. Well, hey, at least it's only a Toronto review. There's no way Miami scores 3 1/2. God! One to 3, Brian White, 51st minute. Miami needs 3 goals, and it's not going to happen. 1-1. 1-3 global, that's the away goal. So no Vancouver review. It doesn't matter. 51st minute. Only a Toronto review. Why? Everything is just going to hell in a handbasket. Playing forward, Vancouver. Goal! Well, it doesn't matter now. Vancouver. Brian White. Vancouver's going to the CONCACAF Champions Cup final. I pray Miami doesn't win the MLS Cup, the Messi's failed the U.S. Vancouver again. Brian White with both. He put this game away for good. Do I have to do the rest of this? Do I have to sit here and do the rest of this? It doesn't matter anymore. Miami's not scoring 5 goals. They're not. They're not. Miami's gone. They're done. Do I have to do the rest of this? Vancouver's for real. 53rd minute. Do I have to do the rest of this game? Do I? God. Well, unless you call the Pirate, Toronto is never. They're not going to CONCACAF next year. And we're going to watch Vancouver win this fucking trophy! Ay, ay, ay. Fuck you, Messi. You suck. Your team sucks. I have to sit here and watch your dumb ass. And your team's fraudulent as shit. You suck. Toronto sucks. The Leafs suck. Pierre Poilievre is an idiot. And Chelsea sucks. Lovely crash out. Lord have mercy on my soul. Do I even have to do the rest of this stream? Vancouver's already through. Do I have to watch the rest of this game? I'm not even talking about this. Vancouver's held on. Miami's not scoring 6 goals. And the Leafs, by the way. I hope to God Mexico bought it. That's what I'm going to say. Ole, or ole, 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 ole. Cruz Azul, Tigres. I want you to stomp these fuckers out. That was the wrong word to censor. I know. Should have been mother bleepers, yeah? I censored the wrong word. Mother bleepers. Oh. Of course you do. Yeah, good for you. Good for you. I think most of the people in this stream don't give a fuck about that. Ay. Pedro Vite was the one who scored the goal. Doesn't matter. I'm not talking about it. Montreal wins on penalties. We're out of the CanChamp again. God. You know what? No, call the Pirate. I'm done. Fraser, get the hell out of here. Robin Fraser, get out! Out! I'm done. Get out. Get out. TFC season is done. Not if you don't call the Pirate. No, yeah, it's done. You keep Fraser or pull somebody else in? No, yeah, they're going to lose. It's over. But then again, maybe even a Pirate can't save this sinking ship. Fools. 11 shots to 22. Because they got rid of Vonnie Sartini. They got rid of that jackass who held them back. They've had some really good players. Vonnie Sartini's an idiot who held them back. Maybe that's why you don't make fun of God. Maybe that's why you don't make fun of God. If you mock God, he's going to smite you. Faithless fool. Plumber crack, faithless fool. Plumber crack, faithless fool. I just hope we don't send Craig Berube to Cancun. It's not his fault. I'd love to go to Cancun, but in the preliminary round, I think Vrioni heard you. Well, I mean, it was a penalty. He did have a good goal, but he normally doesn't do that. But I'll give him that. That was a good goal. That was something I didn't expect out of him. Thank you, Felix. Thank you. What's the word? Shit. What's the French word? What's the French word for thank you? Damn it. Merci. Merci. Merci beaucoup, mon ami. Is that friend? Either way. Mon ami. Is mon ami friend? I might have just... Oh, Lord. That might have ended badly. That might have ended badly. I might have... I think it means friend. That might have ended badly. Your French is getting better. Can we just go to 2026 already? This year sucks. Is it better than a random MP's? Is it better than random MP's French? Is it better? Do I sound stupid? Do I sound like a random MP? I hope he does. Yep. Don't mock God. Listen, don't mock God. I don't want, well, unless it's Toronto. That's exactly how I feel, unless it's Toronto, but we suck ass. Depends on the area of the country. For an Ontarian who runs for a Toronto Ontarian that runs for Prime Minister. How about it? How about that? How about that? Of course, Ottawa's a little bit better, I'm sure, but Toronto's not going to CONCACAF next year unless they call a Pirate. The Leafs are going to blow a freaking 3-0 lead. Vancouver's going to win this damn tournament. I will be wearing a suit for that game, though, I think. I don't give a shit about that, kid. That means they already won CONCACAF. That's not what I want. See, that means they've already won. That's not what I want to see. That's the painful part. Hell, if they make it, I might as well root for them to beat Al Ali. I might as well root for them to beat whatever Brazilian team comes out of CONMEBOL. If they get there, I might as well. At that point, this is what matters. And Toronto's so bad that even if we're not going to win a CONCACAF Champions Cup in 30 years, you know, with how bad we are, unless they call the Pirate. But shit, again. Where are we? Ah, yes, possession. Thank you. 40. Oh, no, there's going to be a rant. Trust me. Oh, no, there's going to be a rant. Trust me. Oh, no. Oh, no, we're ranting once this is over. I'd rather win this game. You're Doug Ford 4 to 6 months after you decide to be serious about checking that box for a potential future run. I guess that's a compliment. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's a compliment. In terms of French skills. Where did that come from? Playing forward, Miami. Oh, Suarez put it wide. It's a worse situation for me. My team already sucks. They're actually, I don't know. I may wear their jersey for the prediction video. Oh, no, I'm definitely wearing their jersey for the recap video. Miami, you're trash. He was getting money. He doesn't give a fuck, man. He's getting money. That's what matters. I'll take it then. Merci. Suarez, leave the football before the football leaves you. The football's left the man. The football's left the man. He's done. They're putting on a Bondo. They're still going for this? I don't know what's more embarrassing, losing to Montreal or losing to Vancouver. Maybe a quadruple at this point. They're for real. Me either, but you still have to wait a year to go to CONCACAF. So if you can't wait another year, call the Pirate. We'll win MLS Cup. Because that's the only other way. So we ended out CONCACAF twice. Yeah, by the way, I wanted Bradley out after this happened in 2023. So even though it's a penalty shootout, Fraser, I'm on your ass. Get out. Get out. Well, there's no Central American team that wears those colors. I still have to watch these bastards. For now, I still have to watch these bastards. So you don't have to. I don't win for losing, man. I can't win for losing, man. I agree. Fraud. Messi's a fraud. Because Vancouver's for real. And they actually have a good team. They didn't buy it. They've built a team. Hell, their best player's injured. They're still winning. They're really good. I mean, they're for real. That's the thing that's scary. Miami choked. Vancouver's for real. That's what happened. But I won't review this game because Vancouver's the one that won. There's no reason for me to do that. But there'll still be a Toronto review once this is over. And I'm going to scream. I am going to go off. True, that's the positive of it, I guess. Call the Pirate. Call the Pirate. It's 2:00 p.m. Central. So do with that what you will. Oh, and by the way, speaking of, if the Leafs lose, there'll be another crash out. But there's still a Game 7. Yeah, what does that mean? You don't know Leafs hockey, kid, sir. You don't know Leafs hockey, sir. Game 7's a death sentence. They lose in Ottawa. Yeah, there's still a little bit of hope, but, I mean, who are we kidding? It's a death sentence. So, if the Leafs lose, you're going to get that crash out as well. That's 6 p.m. Central. Well, the game will be over about 8 or 9, though, Central. So, again, so Chelsea's at 2. That ends at 4. Do that what you will. Yeah, they all suck. Sawa. Jonathan Sawa. 2 saves. 2 good saves from Jonathan Sawa, and he got his hands to Franklin's penalty and somehow didn't save it. Jonathan Sawa. Jonathan Sawa, easy. Yeah, it's funny, but Vancouver benefited, so no. Where was I again? Passes. There we go. Thank you. Lord. I can't win for losing this week. This is hell. Fouls, where were we again? Yes, 11-10. I can't win for losing this week. I really can't. Offside, 0 offside to 0. Three yellow cards to 1. Oh, wait, wrong way. Wrong page. Red cards and corners. Okay, so it went perfectly. 0 red cards to 0. Corners. 3 corners to 10. No Miami review. We're not touching that. By the way, this card goes because we're not talking about it. Starred. Well, good for you, Dallas. That game was crazy, by the way. Just so you know, that game was crazy. Again, what's with Dallas and Miami playing each other where it's a freaking movie? Like, why is it so crazy? Go to the damn net. I think Fraser gets the whole year. That's a bad decision, but if you want to waste your season, go ahead. And no, they won't go for anybody inspired unless it's Smirniotis or, well, that's probably the most likely, but the most inspired is Colin the Pirate. They lose over my dead body. Over my dead body would they lose. Because CanChamp draws are dumb. Toronto and Montreal lost. They did not win the trophy. So it was possible. They're in the same region, the East region, and they got drawn together because God only knows. Canada soccer's dumb. Canada soccer is dumb. But then again, the way we're playing, we might have lost to a freaking Canadian Premier League side. So God only knows, right? For the $199. Where are we again? Because they're losing. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to care about that. That's why there's no Miami. Miami is fraudulent. Thank you for the $199, Daniel. And yes, they are. Isaiah, is Miami cooked? Yes. They're cooked like a Thanksgiving turkey, kid. Can you watch along the Tottenham game? No, because I'm doing Chelsea. I think they both play at 2. Vancouver blocked. Shot goal. Berhalter. Berhalter again. Yeah, Vancouver's killed them. They're dead. Hey, you guys. What the man? They've lost 3 to Vancouver now. Sorry about the headache and sorry about the hey you guys then, but I'm pissed right now, so I'm about to crash out. I know Miami review. Miami trained Campana aged badly. Yes, it did. Because why would you keep him? Or why would you get rid of him? That was stupid. Like, I know the Revs won there, but y'all didn't. Neither. Herdman was better, I guess. He's a drone boy, though. He was a cheater. They both suck. Herdman maybe has a better history, but turns out all that was cheating. But maybe we need to cheat to win anyway. I agree with it. Just because of how crazy those games are. Honestly, this is true. At this point, you're right. Do you know who Mark Goldbridge is? Yes, I do. Everybody does. Mark Goldbridge. The Man United fan who... I like Mark Goldbridge, actually. I think he's kind of cool. Habs 7 minutes away from elimination. Wait, what do you think about Sens in 7? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Who am I kidding? Yes, just wait for this game to end because I might as well. I was in for a double. We're going to be here for a double. So, yes, we're getting a Toronto rant. That's all it is, by the way. Tampa close to it, too. What? No way. Where were we? Don Garber's throwing chairs right now. I'm about to throw a chair for a different reason. Well, I shouldn't do that. But I kind of want to throw a chair. I guess the away goals rule's finally going to die in CONCACAF. TFC should get Jesse Marsh, even though that might not fix him. You're probably right. When will the owners of Miami realize how bad the defense is after all these years? They won't. They're making money because Messi's there. Because they're making money. They don't give a shit. Off the post. They don't care. Blues better turn up again tonight and embarrass Winnipeg on the road. I agree. I hope you're right, please, God. It's about time we admit the problem with Miami's hyper-pandering to Messi. Only Argentinian Messi fanboys and only managers that like Messi likes and knows. Miami's being glazed so hard because of washed Pesci. If he didn't win the Club World, or he didn't win the actual World Cup, I think we'd be different. I think things would be different. But, of course, he won the World Cup. Man. Ah, shit. This hurts. Rant video tonight. Oh, it's coming. Don't worry. It's coming. Don't worry. Messi can't get the goal. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Playing forward. I think they both suck, frankly. Just one's more of Messi's guy. Proof money can't buy everything. Money can't buy happiness. It also can't buy trophies, even if you have Messi. Damn it. So, by the way, let's see who plays Forge or who plays Montreal next. I think it's Halifax or Forge. Yeah? Well, Can Forge beat Montreal again? That'll be good. Oh, there'll be coverage of that. Let's go, Forge. We are the Forge, the mighty, mighty Forge. I just don't think you understand. Canada could still win the Gold Cup. I deserve something. I deserve something. Do you think Duvall's a top 20 central attacking mid of all time? Top 20. Let's see. Messi. Lampard. He's got to be top 25 at least. He's up there. He's had his moments. Sometimes he's had his moments, sometimes he hasn't. Yes. Yes, he could. He could score on TFC because, well, anybody can. 77th minute. Should the Avs fire Bednar if he gets eliminated by DeBoer again? Yes, they should. Yes, they should. Fire him. You should not be losing to Peter DeBoer. Frankly, if you're a coach, you lose to somebody named DeBoer, you suck. Whether it's Frank, who's the other one? Peter, not related to the football brothers, but he sucks too. So, no. Yeah, he should be fired. Huh. 79th minute. I agree with that. TFC and penalties, man. '79th minute, 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time before I review the Toronto game, and that's it. Should be call the Pirate. Call the Pirate. Who's the greatest, Miami FC or not Messi and friends? Well, Messi and friends. Messi and friends, because, well, they've had good careers. They're the only reason Inter Miami's relevant. And they still choke. Berhalter's MVP of the game. 2 assists, 1 goal. Yep, Sebastian Berhalter's on fire right now. He's that guy, I gotta say. Look. Well, that's all they could get tonight. Dopamine. But I think they're pissed off anyway. Go smoke some dope. Is it? Oh, wait, it's Florida. It's probably not legal. Oh, wait, it's Florida. It's probably not legal, isn't it? It's dope. Why is it not legal? Cristiano Ronaldo comes to, where is it? Does he join LAFC or Galaxy? LAFC, because Galaxy suck. Again. Call the Pirate. '81st minute. Good for you, Rory. At least you have a team to be proud of. At least you have something to be proud of. None of my teams are something to be proud of. Nothing. Not a lick. Sounds familiar. Fraser. Sounds familiar, Fraser. Hell, Berube too. Hell, Sheldon Keefe. Ay. Point will save the Lightning tonight. I hope you're right. I hope you're right, because I'm not looking forward. April 30th and the Toronto season is over. If nothing changes, at least. Which doesn't seem like it. Yeah, I think San Jose. Well, bad San Jose. We still have hope for Cruz Azul or Tigres to make sure that doesn't happen. Oh, I'm going to be so partisan when the final hits. I don't care who's in that final. Whether it's Tigres or Cruz Azul, it will be in Mexico. It will be in Mexico. I am going to be so partisan. It's not even funny. Like, I'm going to, even if I'm wearing the suit, which I think I will be with how things sound, I'm going to be so partisan. Not even lying. Like, I'm going to be so biased. It's going to be a wrestling match. It's going to be a wrestling match. Where's your Whitecaps jersey? In the closet. And I'm not wearing it for the final. It's, well, if I can wear my suit, I'm wearing the suit. I'll be wearing the Whitecaps jersey on the freaking review video of this round on Friday. The final will be in Vancouver. Let's check the CONCACAF stats. Hold on. No. Unless, well, they did allow one. Let's look at the standings. Hold on. As it stands, Miami 10, 11, 12. Vancouver 8, 9, 10 points. 10 points. We have 8, 9, 10, 11 goals for, 7 goals against. Four-plus goal differential. If Cruz Azul wins tomorrow, they'll have 12 points. If Tigres wins tomorrow, they'll have 12 points. If Cruz Azul has a scoreless draw and advances on away goals, they'll still have equal, they'll have less goals scored. Then it could be hosted in Vancouver. It might actually get there, but I don't think the Mexican team that wins tomorrow, the tie, is going to draw when it comes to it. So if there's a draw tomorrow and the team advances with a draw, yes, it will be in Vancouver. Oh, come on. This thing's out of whack. There we go. I think Haji Route would be amazing for Columbus. Now, the question is will that happen? But I think it's a good idea. Thoughts on the NFL draft? I'm disappointed. I'm not disappointed with the Patriots pick, Will Campbell, but it sucks. Like, he's a good lineman, but it's not something to be hyped about. Shedeur Sanders going down to the 5th round is shocking. I thought the Steelers would take him in the 1st round. The Steelers taking Will Howard. Okay, that was weird. I don't know what's going on with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Maybe Aaron Rodgers goes there or not. I don't know. Man, it's going to be fun to watch bandwagon the Steelers this year. Whatever happens, because, wow, this might be dumb. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, but they got DK Metcalf, though. Watch the score be 4-0 Vancouver. You mean 4-1. Good idea. Now, which one? Oaxaca? Casa Azteca? If it was America, I would do Casa Azteca, but it's not. So, what about if it's Cruz Azul? Technically, they're going to not be in that stadium after. I don't think they're going back. I don't think Cruz Azul is going back to the Azteca. I don't think that's the case. I think they're building their own stadium, right? So that doesn't work. Because it's funny, right? If it's Tigres, it could be anyone. I do like Oaxaca. That's a good one. What's the other ones? La Casa Mexicana? Maybe. Vancouver's never beaten Tigres. And I'm still covering it. And my views are going to be low for a final. Because thank you, Messi, for choking. At least he's going to the Club World Cup, though. Come on. There we go. Still think Judkins should have stayed his senior year. He would have been a first-round pick. Yeah, Quinshon Judkins is a good running back. He should have stayed. Hell, he should have stayed at Ole Miss, but at least he won a national title. Yes, we could officially say Messi is washed, and his boys are too. Well, that's cool. Ay, ay, ay. 89th minute. Yeah. This is just, wow. Everything is just rolling down the hill. Maybe they should have subbed on Johnson for the penalties. Yeah. Shot! Woo! Past the post. It wasn't a goal. Go. I think it's talking about Cristiano. Because I think you said you wanted Cristiano to be on your team. 90th minute. Oh. Who missed the first pen tonight for TFC? Tyrese Spicer missed. Spicer missed. Corbianu missed. And Brynhildsen missed. Spicer got saved. Theo took a long run up and pushed it over the bar after slipping on his ass. And Brynhildsen got saved. Horrible penalty, too. Full time. Full time! Vancouver's going to the CONCACAF Champions Cup final. A 3-1 win on the night. And they're going to the final. June 1st. Miami is eliminated. So it's 1-3. 5-1 on aggregate. Vancouver's going to the final. Wrong about Miami in the semi or in the final. So that's that. Okay. Tomorrow we got Tigres versus Cruz Azul. Cruz Azul hosting. 5-1. That is a disaster. So we got Vancouver advances. All right. With that being said, there you go. With that being said, we'll review the Toronto game, and that's it. That's what the review is going to be tonight. That's it. And a rant, because there you go. Toronto's out of the CanChamp. Miami's out of the Champions Cup. Vancouver's going to the final, and they're going to play Cruz Azul or Tigres. And possibly in Vancouver if there's a draw. If one of the teams advance on a draw. Because I think only 90 minutes counts for the standings. So even if there's extra time, doesn't count. So it's possible Vancouver might host this final. It's not out of the realm of possibility with the goal scoring they did. Cruz Azul, Tigres have to win outright to host the final. With that being said, we'll be back within the hour for the review of the Toronto match. It won't be a double review. And yeah. Man, I'm devastated, man. I'm devastated. With that being said, I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. If you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour for the review. And then tomorrow we'll be back for the Chelsea match. Live review. And then the double review. Double live of the Leafs Ottawa game. Leafs at Ottawa game. And then the Cruz Azul Tigres second leg. And there will be a double review for that. No questions asked. So there you go. See you later. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace.